John, I know you said it before, but I am so nervous right now.
But more Splatoon stuff. Oh, Octolings.
Okay, that's
Sweet.
cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think they. Is this like a wrecking crew thing?
There's a lot of Splatoon going on. I was expecting them to end on a bit more of a, an oomph. I guess there's still time.
Do you think? Are we probably gonna get 5 characters?
Maybe.
Or 5 me costumes rather. I mean.
A Doom guy. Sweet.
Oh, this makes sense. I'm happy with that.
We've
That's
got
great.
so much Xbox in this game now.
Wow. I hope people are happy with that.
There's bound to be people crushed that he's not playable, but the fact that he's in the game of Soul, that's something to be celebrated.
Yeah. Yeah, we can actually have Isabel and Doomslayer in the same... Like, we can have all the real images in-game.
Okay, let's take a look. Who's it gonna be?
Take a deep breath, John.
That's a long, dramatic pause. Oh, back to the beginning!
Oh, this is perfect, John.
This is amazing.
Look at all of them.
Oh my god. This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be Master Hand?
I could see that. That would make sense.
Dark Souls? It's probably not. Just that little flame there, though.
What if it...
Oh, back to
They're
trophies.
all trophies?
Is it Master Hand? Probably not, right?
I don't know. I don't know if Master Hand would be like...
That's not how you end Smash, is it?
But is it Dark Souls? Is that
looks
really a
like
bonfire?
Dark Souls? Are we getting Solaire?
I don't know what's happening right now. And Bandai Namco has Dark Souls, right?
You're right. This is so Dark Souls!
He just caught the...
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know where this is going anymore.
Now it's like a boomerang thing.
Oh, it's Sora! It actually is Sora, Xeon!
Wow. Look at that!
What the heck? I know this was a really popular choice. I just didn't think it would happen.
Right, with Disney and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, people are melting right now. Oh, that looks so good. Dude, do you think Simple and Clean is gonna be in Smash Bros?
Oh, Jesus. Do you think Mickey Mouse is going to be in the stage?
He has to be, right? if I mean, they got him. This is not even a what if. This is real.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Wow. Look at Sora just like, hey, what's up, everyone?
They're just staring at him like, who the heck are you?
Well, he looks so good. He looks so cool.
This looks so fake.
It does. It really does. This is just like that Kingdom Hearts Mushroom Kingdom game from that rumor from back in the day.
I know exactly the one.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, John from Nintendo Life here, and Super Smash Bros. Is over. And to discuss the end of this event, we have Alex Olney!
Hi, hello.
And Xeon.
Let's go. Wait, that was just Sonic. I was trying to do Sora.
You've just given away who this character
You've
is.
ruined it.
Yeah, I was on the edge
cut
of my
that.
seat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cut that.
Sora from Kingdom Hearts is officially in Super Smash Bros. This just happened, we're still processing it, and it feels very, very fake to me. We've had rumors about Sora ever since Melee. I remember seeing screenshots of him photoshopped in alongside Sonic. It's crazy that this is real. Disney were on the copyright at the end of the video, alongside Mojang and all these other studios, but yeah, Disney's in there. Alex, Xeon and I were together watching this, but we don't know how you feel about this. I kind of want to lead with you.
I was doing the live blog.
Yeah, so what's your gut reaction to Kingdom Hearts officially being part of the Super Smash Bros. Universe?
Apathy, I think, is the best word to describe. I mean, I understand this is a big deal for a lot of people, and I don't want to take away from that. If this is a big deal for you, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you're happy. But from a purely selfish point of view, I could not give a monkeys. I know almost nothing about Kingdom Hearts. I have no love or I don't even dislike it. I'm just so unprepared for this kind of reveal. Like, we all knew that he was a big wanted character, absolutely, and that's tip top. I'm great that there's going to be loads of people that are thrilled to bits. But me, I don't even know what to think. I don't even have an opinion.
I appreciate your honesty, Alex. I really, really do.
If there's one thing I am, it's honest. Sometimes brutally so.
Do you think like now you'll have an interest in checking out Kingdom Hearts? Like, have you never played any of the games before? I want to know your history now with that.
My history with Kingdom Hearts is I've never played it, and
Okay.
I'm intimidated by the lore.
That's fair.
Totally.
There's a lot of there's decades of lore to catch up on.
I'm also intimidated by the titles. What are the titles of the game? Like 28.4 or something?
It is a good question, and I think they want you to be able to answer that yourself by playing the cloud versions. It's cool that they're coming to Switch, and when they announced there were cloud versions, I was like, yeah, sure, Kingdom Hearts 3 cloud version makes sense. But 1.5 and 2.5 being cloud versions? No, that sucks.
John,
Yeah.
I was delusional. Like it popped up on screen saying that 3 was the cloud version, and you were like, are there all of them going to be cloud versions? And I was like, no way. No, the other ones have to be regular downloads, right? And I was so wrong.
Did they actually confirm that? Because I was
all cloud.
typing. They're all. I mean, there's sort of a relative degree of appropriateness that, you know, these Final Fantasy Disney crossover games are cloud versions.
Yeah, Cloud's legit in these, so it makes
Yeah.
sense. But yeah, I mean, I want to be appreciative that they're here, but if anyone were to say, how should I play this? I'd say just get it on PS4. It's on Game Pass even, all the Kingdom Hearts. Play them there. But yeah, the fact that they're cloud versions is deflating. But my history of Kingdom Hearts is a bit complicated. So I got the first one because I was a PS2 kid when I was younger, and I got the first Kingdom Hearts. I played it. I didn't fall in love with it though. I had a friend who had Kingdom Hearts 2, and he was mad in love with it. He'd play that thing every day to completion. I think he finished it like 10 times. He was mad into it. The only Kingdom Hearts I finished is, I think I finished the first one way back in the day, but recently the only one I finished is 3D, Dream Drop Distance on 3DS. So I have a lot of gaps. And Sora finally being in Smash has urged me to fill those gaps. But I'm by no means a huge Kingdom Hearts fan.
I have a lot of love for Kingdom Hearts, but I don't want to call myself a fake fan. I just really fell off the train early on. So when I bought Kingdom Hearts on PS2 before I even had a PS2, so that way I could play it with one of my childhood best friends, John. Funny enough,
John.
Yes, the big Kingdom Hearts guy.
it was you who knew. But yeah, so I played it, and I remember we made it all the way to like Halloween Town, which is like the Nightmare Before Christmas level world. We made it in like one sitting, or one night, or two days, consecutive days. And I loved the original game. And eventually I got a PS2 and was able to play it in my own free time. But then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and my brother was really, really into the series. And I think he ended up getting it for his birthday, and which is so weird now to say. Now the second person I'm talking about, my brother's name is Alex. So now I'm referencing two people that are you guys, but they're not.
These people exist, Xeon.
They do.
Xeon and I are brothers. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And John is our childhood friend who loves Kingdom
absolutely.
Hearts.
What a weird alternate timeline that's also real.
The weird thing is, I think our birthdays are less than 9 months apart as well.
That's true. I don't want to ask questions about that. But so my brother got Kingdom Hearts 2, and he played it into the ground, and I just didn't touch it. Eventually, I played like the PS3 remaster, and I played a little bit of it and fell off, and then I started the PS4 version, and so I like the Sora that I know and love is the Kingdom Hearts 1 version. And so for him to be introduced in this outfit, which is like what we mostly see him fighting in, was super like comforting to me, I think because I had a lot of reservations about Sora coming, and Square Enix and Disney being like, no, he has to wear the Kingdom Hearts 3 outfit. It's the most recent thing. It's all of his summons, his final smash is going to be a Disney Haunted Mansion ride or something. Like they're gonna shove Disney down our throats, and they didn't do that here, and I'm so just thankful because I
they
think this
could
is
easily have done like have his final smash just be like Disney, Mickey Mouse comes out and goes, "Oh, I'm going to copyright strike you."
There was a very big lack of Disney. We got Mickey Mouse's emblem on the Keyblade, but the spirits are all original Kingdom Hearts characters. All of the icons in the background, they're all Kingdom Hearts characters. There's no Disney apart from that little Mickey Mouse icon.
I think the licensing may have been to actually get real Disney characters may well have just been too much. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just decided, we don't need no mouse in here or any Goofy or another Disney character, Toy Story, that character.
Yeah. I mean, they name drop characters. Like, in the stage when they were going around the castle, they're like, Maleficent resided in this castle. So that they're not afraid to say it. They just can't show it. Sora looks fun, though. He looks very aerial, which is very true to his games. Like, in Kingdom Hearts, a lot of the combat is about juggling in the air and hitting and making everything just kind of an aerial fest. And that does translate really well.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was the case, because... yeah, that guy doesn't really touch the ground.
No.
I love the fact that he's lighter than a dog as well.
They said that?
He's lighter than Isabelle.
I liked, I don't know if I like it, I'm scared of it. His side B appears to be very similar to Bayonetta's recovery.
yeah.
You can sort of zip around. And there were moments where Sora was very close to hitting someone off screen. So I wonder how chaotic that's going to be.
It's one of those things where whenever they reveal a character, the character always looks overpowered because they're showing them off in the best possible light. But then when Sakurai actually played the match, he was the first to lose all of his stamina. He got knocked around a lot, and I think maybe sort of it's that classic case where they want to show the character in the best light, so they don't show their weaknesses beyond they did show that he's lighter than Isabelle. So I think it's one of these things. I saw people in the live chat we had on NintendoLive.com saying things like, well, he's going to have to get a nerf. And it's like, you haven't even played as him. You're seeing the creator of the game playing as him to his best ability against two other characters in a free-for-all, and initially, he's losing! What on earth makes you think they're going to be overpowered?
The power of Disney. Also in his moves as well, he can sort of change between elemental properties, so there's fire and electric. And
yeah.
So that's kind of a neat twist.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be kind of PK fire levels of irritating, I fear, but
maybe.
Again, we don't know. We don't know because seeing a presentation where they're doing it against stationary enemies is one thing, and actual practical application and turning around and trying to counter that, isn't it? Oh yeah, why? I can't believe that, as much as anything, I know it's a meme, the final character was an anime sword fighter. I know
but
it's
technically,
a meme,
Alex, I know you're not wrong here, but you're so wrong, Alex. Actually, pushes.
Sorry, what's
glasses
the
up.
second? What's the second part of the name for his weapon?
He's thinking
Razor
hard.
blade.
Yes, the razor blade fighter. No,
Yes.
it's a meme, but it is the final one. Was an anime sword fighter, and they're down in B. What is it, John?
Technically, he's a video game sword fighter because they've never made an anime based on Kingdom Hearts. As much as I would love that, they've just never. It's probably Disney.
You're
but
forgetting the small promotional leaflet that was included in Kingdom Hearts
that would be
18.7
considered a
backwards dream
manga?
reality. No, it was animated. You had like little pull tabs, and Sora would go, "I'm gonna be in Smash."
Did you miss that, Xeon?
Yep. Just like the final
classic. We all
Smash,
knew this was gonna happen.
I missed all of it. I'm really excited to go back and play Kingdom Hearts, though. I think that's, like, John and I were kind of talking about this a little bit, too, is that whenever they announce a new Smash character, it always seems to kind of, like, just, it breathes life back into that series, or, it raises awareness for it and everything. And I think, I like, personally speaking, I've needed a push to play Kingdom Hearts 2 so bad for years. I have no excuse. And I think I don't want to say I'm more excited to go play Kingdom Hearts versus play a Sora in Smash, because, like, Sora in Smash isn't, like, I feel like lots of people probably lost their mind at this announcement. But But yeah, I'm just excited to go back and play the old games now and actually make my way through them.
That's totally me too. I have far too many gaps in Kingdom Hearts, and I need to resolve those. And I remember saying like last year that I was going to go and play through the entire series, and I didn't. I didn't do it. But when Kazuya was announced for Smash, I have quite a big history of Tekken, but I never played the first game. And when he was announced, I went ahead and just bought the first one on PlayStation and tried it out.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's rough to go back to, but from like a history perspective, it's awesome. And I've always been like this with Smash. Like when Snake was announced for Brawl, I got heavy into Metal Gear. I played every single game like back to back. And I think that's what I'm going to do now. Just like go back and properly play the series. Maybe even start right from the beginning, even though I've kind of played the first one. But like just have a fresh slate and get to know Sora a bit more.
Can I derail the conversation and just say that I Sora fighting-wise looks pretty cool. Not out of this world, but if anything, that's almost refreshing with the DLC fighters. But his 8th costume is fantastic. I don't know what it is. Something about the aesthetic. Is that like a look that he has in one of the games in one of the worlds he goes to? See, I do know some things about Kingdom Hearts. I'm guessing he uses Keyblade to unlock doors and go to different worlds.
You are on the right track.
My word, I'm... Or does he, I don't know, use it to... Well, you don't really use a key for anything other than locking or unlocking things.
Stubborn.
But you can use them in a fight if they're long enough, and a blade also, which is convenient because that's what he has. But where's that monochrome one from? Because I like that. I think when I end up playing Sora, I'm going to choose that every time because that's a cool look.
I believe it's like a Steamboat Willie level in Kingdom Hearts 2, but I'm not 100%
That makes a lot of
because I
sense.
haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't played too far into it, but yeah, I think that's where it comes from, which is also why I said you're on the right track.
Is it bad that every single time someone says Steamboat Willie, I just think of Steamboat Itchy instead, and I imagine Mickey
Is that
Mouse
The Simpsons?
gunning? Yeah. I imagine Mickey Mouse gunning someone's kneecaps off.
That probably is bad, yeah.
It sounds a lot more violent when you say it out loud, but when you watch it on The Simpsons, it's just lighthearted entertainment.
Yeah.
That's just how your brain's wired. Your brain is wired to think of anything Simpsons just overrides anything else in your head, it seems. And that's fine.
If Homer were announced for Smash, Alex would be over the moon right now. If Homer came out of the fire.
I don't know. Because Homer's more of a lover than a fighter, certainly in the earlier series, which are the only series. And Dan Castellaneta, bless him. He can't do the voice. Well, he can do the voice. He can do it better than most people, but he's getting on a bit. We're slightly off topic here.
Slightly.
Although, no, because they're owned by Disney, which is...
It's all relevant.
It's all a big web of massive conglomerates buying everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like the ultimate brand synergy, isn't it? Like, we've got Disney with Nintendo. Everyone's kind of together now. What did you think about the reveal trailer itself? Because we started way back at the beginning with Inkling in the black void of fire with everyone surrounding them. And then there was like a little fireball that came down. And immediately I thought this has got to be Dark Souls. Because it looked just like a bonfire. And then all of a sudden a Keyblade came out. Is that when you realised it was Kingdom Hearts, or was there something that was a giveaway before that?
No, it was the Keyblade in the Mickey Mouse tag. I'm not that, I'm not that Kingdom Hearts illiterate. I understand those things, and yeah, but I with a little bit of a flame, I'm assuming then that bears nothing in relation to Kingdom Hearts, or does it?
I'd have to go back and watch it now, and I probably should, but I actually think. So the flame, when Mario picks it up and throws it, it turns into like a 4-tipped blade, not a kunai, but like a kind of a big ninja star-esque thing. And there's a character named...
Shuriken.
Yeah, thank you. There we go. But a huge one. And
big. I can't. No.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. But there's a character in Kingdom Hearts 2 that I'm blanking on their name, but they have red hair, and they wield one of those. And I wonder if that was Axel. Thank you.
I know stuff.
Yeah. Look at you. Yeah, I think that might have been a throwback to Axel.
I was moments away from saying no. That's a Mega Man character.
I mean, looking at it again, I can't. Maybe it just was the Keyblade the whole time. Because now that I'm like freeze framing it, I think that's all it was. But But that's, when we saw the Mickey Mouse emblem, that's when I like lost my mind. But
I'm just listening to what you're saying right now, Xeon. You're talking about the Mickey Mouse emblem in a Smash trailer. It doesn't feel real. I can't process this.
That's true. Right, yeah, like this, out of all of the characters that could have been in Smash, like there were, I don't want to leave any characters out, but like Master Chief was one, Crash Bandicoot, Doom Guy or Doom Slayer, which we should definitely talk about that, I think, as well. Yeah. But it almost feels like this is maybe the most impossible pick for Smash. Like, the character that never would have happened because, like you guys have talked about, like Disney, it seems like they never would have allowed something like this to happen. And I thought it was really cool, too, that Sakurai brought up the fact that Sora was the most requested character back during the original fighter request that happened way back in the day. And it was cool because I feel like that kind of information, we don't often hear about that stuff. I feel like Nintendo would have just kind of kept that to their chest instead, but it was cool to learn that. And so, because part of me also was curious, like, did Sakurai choose, or did the team or Nintendo or whoever really picked this, did they choose Sora because the fans wanted it, or did they choose it because they felt that it was like the best way to celebrate the series and celebrate just in general? Like, I want to know if it was, I mean, it seems like they did it for the fans because it was the most requested, at the end of the day. But regardless, it was just cool to get so much like background on that in the direct, or not the direct, the presents rather.
It was a nice throwback, yeah. This is worrying, by the way. I just got an email from Disney saying, come to Disneyland Paris. They're listening to us right now. It says, never stop holidaying. We've got some amazing things coming up. Dear God, Disney, stop.
Can I assume that that's a personal email and not your work email?
Yeah, personal email.
Could you imagine?
That'd be, oh man. But I think it was for the fans. Like, they're saying this is the most highly requested character, and they've made a lot of them come true, because Bayonetta was also a big pick for the ballot, and they probably couldn't make that happen back then. But with how successful Nintendo are now with the Switch, maybe it was easier to make this happen legally.
Yeah, I wonder about that little joke that Sakurai made. And I feel like he's done this before in the past, but he's joked about the budget that Smash has. I wonder if they really, we'll probably never know about how these deals all shake out, but I wonder if Nintendo paid tons of money to Disney to make it happen, or if this was kind of like just a handshake or what. But regardless, like, Nintendo, I know not everybody's happy about it, but thinking about it more and more and more, and looking at the things that we can know that Disney is careful with their properties and stuff. It's cool to see that this actually happened. So what about that Doom Slayer reveal?
Yeah, we've got 3 Mii costumes. Usually we have way more than this. Usually there's like 5 or 6. Instead
I thought
we
it was
got
usually
2.
4.
So there's been more in the past. But yeah, we had Judd, we had Octoling, and then Doom Slayer. Doom Slayer is very cool, that especially because it's a Mii costume that's entirely covered by armor. So it's basically the character, if you want to interpret it that way. But then we go 2 Splatoon ones, with a total of 3, which is a little bit deflating to end on.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was mad keen on Doom Slayer, actually. There was a part of me that was kind of hoping he would be in Smash, but I was never sort of thinking that, yeah, it's definitely going to happen or anything like that. But a Mii costume? Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. And I just think it's mad that he's in it. I'm still surprised that Master Chief wasn't considered, or maybe he was considered, but never ended up being a Mii fighter costume, or indeed a character. And this is the end of it, so it sort of suggests that Mr. Chef isn't going to be in it.
I mean, there's always potential for the next Smash if that ever happens, but I don't know if they're ever gonna recreate what Ultimate's done. Like, Ultimate's brought everyone back and then some. We're probably gonna start from scratch next time. And Chief seems like he'll be the one to sort of head the newcomers, but we don't even know what capacity that sequel's gonna be. And it's hard to put any faith in the next Smash at the moment, because Ultimate has already been such a big celebration. So I guess that's just a dream for the future.
Yeah, it's hard to say, because if you look at the way that Nintendo has handled a lot of their past big titles, like like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They brought that over from the Wii U and they just added in DLC and spruced up the game a little bit here and there. And then Ultimate was like a restructuring sort of Smash for Wii U. And so I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to just take, if they could, take Ultimate and then just like announce a new pass, and this one is being directed by somebody else, or it's being directed by Nintendo internally or something. I don't know how, because I imagine Sakurai is pretty okay stepping away from this now, right? But
you say that, but he said that every single Smash game.
Yeah.
He's always said, this may well be my last one. He's been saying that for about, it's got to be a good 15 years now, if not. When did, it's like, he said that Melee would be his last one, I think.
Yeah,
that
I
was
think you're right.
20 years ago.
Because Brawl that only happened that only got directed by Sakurai because,
with Brawl, Nintendo were making it. They're already pitching the development, and they were going to head and make it. But they approached Sakurai asking if he'll direct it. But if Sakurai said no, then Nintendo would have done it.
And was it Iwata too that asked Sakurai about that, or does that not? Do we not have facts on that? Because that sounds.
Iwata is so Sakurai's not a Nintendo employee for those who don't know, and Iwata approached him for both for all of them, I think, even Smash Ultimate.
But yeah, I wonder if they will restart or if they'll just try to keep the ball rolling and just release another pack in 5 years or something like that to spruce up the game again or what. Because there's so much here. And it would be, I don't want to say it would be a bummer to see Smash come back again someday with 20 characters. Maybe it would be almost refreshing after a while. But
yeah,
there's a lot to not speculate on, really. I guess speculate, but just a lot to wonder about.
I'm kind of happy it's over. We've been going since Smash Wii U without a break. Like, we had Smash Wii U, we had the DLC, and then there was like a year between the DLC ending and Smash Ultimate being announced. And so that speculation and discussion just hasn't ended for over a decade. And Sakurai does some great things outside of Smash. Like, Kid Icarus Uprising, I think, is one of the best Nintendo games ever made. But he doesn't have a chance to really make those other projects because of Smash. So hopefully Smash has a long break, and Sakurai can just work on whatever he wants to work on.
I mean, I love Smash to death, but I think I agree. It's nice to stop wondering, in a way, It's just kind of like the speculation. It can be kind of, I mean, it's not exhausting. It's not like I go to bed every day going, blimey, I've thought about so many possible Smash characters. But just always having it in the background every time you play Smash or something, you're always sort of thinking, I wonder who's going to be next. And that's nice for a bit, but it has been years, as you said, John.
And like, DLC wasn't always a thing. When we played Melee and Brawl, we just played with the roster for years, and we just kind of appreciated what was in there. And I think now Ultimate has the chance to simmer, and for everyone just to love the game for what it is, rather than looking forward to what it isn't at the moment.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Before DLC, we never really, I don't recall really having many thoughts about, being disappointed that characters weren't in there. It was just every character we had was exciting, except for when I unlocked Wolf as the final character in Brawl. I was not happy. I think I unlocked Toon Link right before that, and that was mind-blowing. And then I got Wolf and was like, that's it. But yeah, now it's I don't want to say it's never enough, but it's kind of been stressful almost, getting excited about this character that you want to be in the game and then have them not be there. And now we don't have to worry about that anymore.
I haven't worried about that to a great degree ever since. I mean, I have been personally spoilt with Smash. We've got King K. Rool, Ridley, Banjo-Kazooie, and I've just realized I've just made it really apparently obvious that I like Rare a lot.
Ridley's a Rare character?
Yeah, didn't you know? Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I've adored every character in the Fighters Pass. I've got them on Elite Smash, and a few of them have got me more interested in their series as well. I always knew Terry. I had a Neo Geo Pocket Color where I played SNK versus Capcom for a while.
Wow.
And
do you mean as a child, or you bought one as an adult?
In my teens, I think I bought that.
That's still impressive.
Yeah, and I was aware of Terry from other things too. I played King of Fighters on the 360 for a while, but he wasn't one of my major franchises. And when Terry came to Smash, I got King of Fighters 98 on PS2, which is like an upgraded version, and the original Fatal Fury on Super Nintendo, and I really got into that series. With Steve, actually, Steve's probably my least familiar character in all of Smash. I've at least played a game for all characters, and I've played Minecraft, but I never really got invested in Minecraft. So I feel like I know Terry, I know Joker, I know Byleth more than I know Steve.
Yeah, it's... Unless... None of us have really gone and read the Minecraft lore books, right?
There's actual lore. I mean, I know there's like an Ender Dragon at the end, and you blow him up with beds or something like that.
Scholastic Books, I'm pretty sure, is all over it. Anybody with a print shop is probably making Minecraft fan fiction for the kids.
Unofficial Minecraft lore books.
Yeah, okay. That sounds so wrong. But there's lots of stories. Is that where Hero? No, that's not where Hero Brian came from.
No,
right?
That was way before Minecraft was as well the juggernaut that it is now.
Okay.
People have probably expanded upon it. There's going to be creepypastas and things like that.
But just reflecting on the fighters past though, like, we've had Joker, we've had Hero, Banjo, Terry, Byleth, Min Min, Steve, Sephiroth, Pyra, Mithra, Kazuya, and now Sora. It's been a pretty wide and varied list. A lot of RPG characters. I think that's probably the biggest flaw of the passes.
Yeah, there's a lot of RPG characters in there.
Yeah, absolutely there is. But I think there's still a lot of variety in characters and how they play. Like no one plays similarly. Everyone has their own sort of little gimmick that makes them stand out.
Yeah.
But I would have liked a bit more variety with the genres.
I agree. I think I'd also like to see maybe just some more characters that I don't know. I don't know what I want, to be honest. I've already had Banjo. I mean, I want Dosh and the Giant. Everyone knows that. But that was never going to happen. I just want more sort of like, we've had things like Ice Climbers and Mr. Game & Watch. Characters that have been dragged from the forgotten realms of history.
Yeah.
And now, sort of, and then breathe new life into them. Whereas, these, current characters, all the DLC characters within reason, are relatively current with it. I mean, arguably you could say Banjo isn't, but Banjo's living rent-free in my head, so everyone must love him. But, sort of these really old, forgotten Ice Climbers, Mr. Game & Watch, I suppose to a degree, maybe Ness, certainly in the West.
Yeah,
Mother was not like
right.
a big thing over here. And I feel like we haven't had that for a while. I mean, maybe Ridley, maybe King K. Rool, but I don't know. I'm guessing because I remember them from when I was a child, they're not old in my head.
I think K. Rool is probably the retro pick, but you're right, though. It's been a long time. Like, Smash 4 had Duck Hunt, but there weren't that many other big retro picks, and there's definitely still some out there. Like, Takamaru became an assist trophy, so did Isaac back in Brawl, and they have potential. Ayumi's been, like, from Famicom Detective Club, has been thrown around a lot. There's definitely still picks out there, but this is all stuff we're going to have to wait on for the next Smash, whenever that comes along in, like, a decade.
I genuinely think they're going to build on this version of Smash. They're going to have Smash Ultimate, and they're basically going to build off that, bring as many people as they can along. Maybe they won't be able to do everyone, or maybe they'll be able to release it as like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Edition or something. And so it's technically still the same game. Get your sticky fingers off the royalties, Sony.
Freaking
or whoever,
Sony.
Yeah. Bloody Sony, yeah. But all these characters, obviously the licensing. I hate to think the number of hoops and difficulties that went ahead in regards to the licensing. And I think that's compounded by the fact that Sakurai said that getting Banjo and talking to Microsoft and getting Banjo over was a very easy thing to do. And I still can't imagine that was super easy, so I hate to think what was going on in discussions in order to get Sora.
They got so much Xbox stuff. Like, in this game, we have Steve, we have Banjo, we have a Vault Boy costume, we have a Elder Scrolls costume, and we also have a Doomslayer costume. Nuts.
I am kind of like what Alex was saying too, and I know you feel the same way, but well, at least I'm assuming, but I'm really excited for someday where we can get to the point where hopefully again where Smash Bros is because right now it's so popular of a series that I think the community and us have we've put so much pressure on who these new characters are going to be that Nintendo has to I feel like they've really tried their best to not disappoint. And I think kind of like what you were saying about like seeing some retro characters that we've never heard of before or that we rarely hear of. I think it'd be cool to see more characters like that come around. And hopefully, maybe we'll get like a 5 years down the road or whatever, maybe we'll get a pack or an update to the game that just out of the blue, out of nowhere has 3 new characters, and they're all just characters that we've never heard of or we never would have expected to join the game. And because I would love to see like Dixie Kong in Smash and I'm blanking on Ayumi Tachibana from Famicom Detective Club. Like I'd love to see those characters in there, but to see them released as Fighters Pass candidates would have been so exciting. But I know so many people that just would have been upset for not knowing who they are or not caring. And
there's no reason.
Yeah,
you can't. It's a shame.
No. Mm-hmm. But it has to end eventually. There's thousands of games out there, so many franchises, and if they could, Smash could go on forever, but it can't. This might be the end. We don't know. Maybe they're happy to end it here. Probably not. They're probably going to keep this going on the next system. But for now, this is the end of Smash. And it's been a great ride. So many fun characters, and in my opinion, Ultimate's newcomers are some of the most fun in the whole series. Alex and I play like all the time, and we're always messing around with the new ones, and it's just been a really good adventure. But it does have to end, and so does this chat. So this brings back to Sora a second. Our last impressions after sort of processing it and talking about it. Was Sora a worthy inclusion, and are you happy he ended the pass?
I think he's a worthy inclusion. I wouldn't say I'm unhappy that he finished it off. I sort of feel. In my head, obviously, it's my opinion, so it's gonna be entirely focused around my opinion. But I would say Banjo would have been a great one to finish off. But that's because it's me, isn't it? It's me. I'm the idiot who has these sort of viewpoints. But yeah, Sora's definitely a valuable and worthwhile inclusion. It's just not an inclusion that I give a monkeys about.
It's funny how much PlayStation's in here. Like, Sora is so associated with PlayStation. We've got Cloud, we've got Sora. I'll say Kazuya's PlayStation as well. We got Snake. Yeah. This is way better than what PlayStation All-Stars had.
Yeah, how did they manage to do so badly when it was their own game?
At least PlayStation All-Stars has Isaac Clarke from Dead Space.
Oh,
I think he was DLC, though.
That,
yeah. And it's the Dead Space 3 version, so it's not as cool, but
they also have Cat from Gravity Rush, which is a legit good one.
You're right. She's also DLC too, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
We had to get her before PlayStation was supposedly going down. But that's off topic. Like I said, I haven't been a huge fan or follower of Kingdom Hearts in years, but I've always had like a huge soft spot for it. And like I said, this version of Sora is what I know and love so much. What I have, personal ties to, and so I think this, as much as before all of this presentation happened, as much as I didn't care about Sora getting into Smash, actually seeing him and seeing how perfect of a jump he actually made to the game, I think I'm really happy about it. And the presentation was well done. I think it was always interesting, everything that Sakurai was telling us about was really cool to hear, and it flowed well. And yeah, I'm impressed that they actually got him in. I think if Doomslayer would have been the final character, or I think Master Chief would have been cool too, and Crash. I really wanted Crash, so that way Mario and Sonic and Crash could all fight together, and it just would be this big, 90s rivalry all over again. But I'm really happy with Sora's pick, and I'm stoked for everybody else that has been wanting him for years. Good for you.
That's a good note to end on. And Smash, yeah, this is the end of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I hope you've all enjoyed this adventure. Let us know your favourite moment from Smash Ultimate in the comments below. And, of course, go to the subscribe button, throw it in the air because it's on fire, and it's a Keyblade! Ah! We'll see you next time! Bye!
Oh.
If a Keyblade appeared in front of you on fire and it would burn your hand, would you still pick it up?
Yeah.